gonna try to keep this. I'm gonna try to keep this so short, but I bet I'm not going to. So I have like 3 things I want to talk about. First of all, I impulse bought a watch. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, I was saying impulse about. I've been thinking about getting a watch for like ever, because basically my plan is to, when this phone eventually stops working, which I hope. I mean, ideally it won't be for a long time, but when this phone eventually like craps out on me, I'm gonna switch back to a flip phone full time. So I've been like trying to make like incremental changes that make it so I don't need to rely on having a smartphone with me at all times, just having any phone with me at all times. So I got a flip phone. I got a watch. I've got this like a paper pad that I've been keeping in my pocket for when I need to write things down, which is almost never. But like mentally, you're like, what if, I already have a watch, but it's like, it has a lot of sentimental value and I really don't want to break it at work. So this watch, I was told, is like a very good blue collar watch, and it like has a glow in the dark function. Like, isn't that cool? I really, really love it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I know I should have just found a watch in this house, because there are many, many broken watches in this house that I could have fixed, but I wanted to buy one, and that's what I did with my money. You want to come up here? Number 2, softball. First softball game last night. That was really fun. I was so scared. I almost didn't go at all, because I've never played softball before. I don't know the rules to the game. I kept asking the stupidest questions during the game. Like, they would do something, and I'd be like, it was bad. But my teammates were very, very sweet. We were so bad, and I started to calm down. Okay, so first inning, the first time we're up to bat, we're 3 up, 3 down. Like, instantly, we just get 3 strikes over and over again. One person gets to first base, and then everyone else. So, well, as soon as the first inning was over, I was like, oh, we're all not very good at softball. And the other team, I think, was like a group of college friends who did sports, because they were all very, very good. And do you want up or not? Anyway, all the people on my team were like, we had too many people. So I didn't even play until the very, very end. Like, the last inning, I went out and was in the outfield for someone else. I was like an alternate. And then the very last, when we were last bat, so we were done after 5 innings, because we get to 5 innings, they're 10 up, we are at 0. The guy's like, if you don't score, we're just gonna end the game, because you're not winning at this point. So we get to the 5th inning, when we're at last bat. One of my coworkers was allowed to hit the ball for some reason, even though he can't like run. He has an injury in his leg, but he was like, I guess I'll just I guess I'll go out, because I'm not gonna hit it anyway. But then he did hit it, and he like limped to first base. And he was like, all right, Holden, you need to run for me. Which I think was just them being nice, because they were like, we want Holden to actually play the game. I was like, oh no, I'm very, very scared. I had to have my coworker Josh come out and stand next to me, and I was like, just say when to run and I'll run. Because I don't know, and I don't know anything's going on. So Josh tells me to run. I get to second base. Josh tells me to come back because they caught the ball. I barely somehow make it back to first base, because this guy keeps dropping the ball before throwing it to the first baseman. So I make it back to first base. The next time I get to second base, for realsies, I don't have to run back, so that's great. That's really good. And then we're down to the last batter, and Josh is like, okay, when I say run, or Josh is like, once we hit the ball, just start running. It doesn't matter if they catch it or whatever. It's because the game's gonna be over if they catch this ball. So just start running and get to home. To the home base. So Skylar's up to bat. Clayton's on first. I'm on second. Skylar is the best baseball player in all of history, I think, because he didn't even come to practice, and then he shows up and he just hits it. It's like all the way out there. Josh is like, go, 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 and I get the first run in the game. The one time we got all the way around to home. And then Clayton followed me and like hit me in the back because he was running really, really fast. Sweet Pete, you're making my story. So anyway, it was really fun. It felt a lot like that scene in have you ever seen the half of it when one of the main characters is this football player on this team that has never once scored in football before, and he gets a single point. I don't know how football works either, but he gets them on the scoreboard. and they still lose the game, but the crowd goes fucking buck wild because they've never been on the board before, and they're just like, on the board, on the board. That was exactly how it felt, because we lost. We still lost. They were 12 up, and we were at 2 when Clayton rounded the bases. So, like, we still didn't win the game at all. We still didn't even get to finish the game. We got out. Totally out. But it was like, we're on the board. It was such a good moment. It was the perfect moment. It was so nice. I was just glad I went because I was really, really nervous about it, but that was fun. So today is today's Friday. Tonight I have my first motorcycle beginners riders course day. And we're doing it Saturday, Sunday, and then I get my certificate and I get to ride motorcycle. Guys, I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. This is for one person. Also, side note. I'm not sure yet if I'm just gonna send you this video link or if I'm gonna upload it and then send you the link to the video. Like, if I'm gonna send you the file or if I'm gonna, like, make a YouTube channel for it. Because I do really like the idea of us just, like, trading videos. I really like making videos like this. It feels... It's easier for me to update a person. Like, I think it'd be easier for me to tell you about my life by just posting a YouTube video and knowing that you're subscribed to the channel and you would watch the video. So I think I'll start doing that, and I would love if we either shared a channel or if you did that too and I could watch other videos. Because it feels less like I'm demanding attention. Like, it feels less like demanding attention, but, like, you still get to have a personal relationship with a person. So anyway, so I got my motorcycle beginners course. And they say they provide helmets, but they'd really prefer if you brought one. I was going to use my dad's helmet, but my dad is in Utah right now, and his helmet is at his workplace, and it's like, I think it'd be really inconvenient for me to get up there and set off the alarm and take his helmet. So I'm going to go to a store and buy a helmet, which is very scary to me for some reason. Because I feel like I'm going to have to talk to a guy and be like, this is what I'm looking for. And then he's going to be like, all right, we got these ones. And I'm going to say, give me the cheapest one because I need to save up for a real one. And then he's going to be like, okay, but you're going to die if you get hit by a car. And we're like, I know. I'm not planning on doing that. Anyways, I'm very excited to ride a motorcycle. What the fuck is Harleytown? Why is there a little town? I'm really, really scared. This is so stupid. I can't believe I'm vlogging in my car. Just stay like that. Perfect. Okay. There was a guy outside of the Harley-Davidson store wearing, like, full leather, obviously, but also a top hat. And it's like, this is crazy, right? That this is the man who, like, this is not real. It was like a leather top hat that said Harley-Davidson on it. I was amazed. Anyway, I got gloves for the thing, but I also got the helmet that I already showed you a picture of. It was so scary being in there. Because I was up there sitting in front of the helmets like an idiot, and this woman came up and was like, hey, do you need help? And I was like, yeah. She was like, do you have any questions? I was like, I can't even think of a question. I don't know where to begin. But she showed me the clearance, and there was this on clearance, and it's a Bell, I think it's a Bell qualifier, which I was looking at online. Because they're the ones that are, like, kind of shitty, but they barely qualify for safety ratings, which I think is cute. So yeah, I'm glad that I found this. I'm glad I went because clearance, magical, and I got a Harley-Davidson bag, which is very cool. And now I'm going home. Got it because it's the cheapest option, but I kind of love it now. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, you're so beautiful. Like, you see my face and you're like, oh. We succeeded in the mission that I set out to complete in this video, so I guess I will stop here and edit and upload this, I guess. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. I feel like I missed something. Like, I feel really bad about this because I didn't want to say it because maybe you did tell me, but you said you're on a trip right now, and I didn't know you were going on a trip, and I don't know where you are. So, tell me about that. Would love to hear the deets, if you're still on the trip or if you're coming back soon or if you're, like, what's the word? Very curious about that. Very curious about everything. It's summer. It's summer. I keep forgetting that it's, like, summer. That's all, I think.